Hey guys, CB Warrior here. I'm doing another video for our Common Internet base series, and I'm going to be coming in at this variation of the four corner square base with this more unique style of open walls. You still see this fairly common in Legend League, but we're going to be hitting this with a Queen Charge hybrid. This is more my preferred attack. I will use a E-Drag clone, drag attack, an Electron drag attack. Yeah, sorry. Um, yeah, but in Yetis once in a while, but this is kind of more of my bread and butter up at Legends. And the idea of this base, guys, is that you want to kind of walk your queen into this eagle area. So I'm going to be starting off my walk in the bottom, and you want to make sure that you're getting into this second tier because that's what's going to create your funnel. Again, like I said in another video here recently, is that funneling is when you create a path from two sides, a narrow path for your troops to go down. So what I'm trying to do is to make sure that I break this ring of defenses by getting up into that second area. So that way my queen will start walking one direction. I'll bring my king in on another corner, and then I'll bring my troops in between. But on a base like this, actually with the Yeti blimp, I actually want my troops to kind of walk their way away from the town hall and let the Yetis take it out. And my thought was that depending on which way my queen went, I was going to drop my king at the top, pull out the CC. Hopefully he was going to be able to kill it, and if he couldn't, he'd at least finish creating the funnel. I would delay my troop deployment slightly and let my queen take it out, or let the royal champ take it out. And then just go ahead and bring in my my troops and make sure that I have that poison down on the CC. And that was just kind of my rough little thought before I started my attack. But you're going to see here in a little bit that that's not, my king is able to take out the CC, and I'm going to be bringing my troops in. I oftentimes like doing with the Yeti blimp, do a delayed Yeti blimp, and use the Grand Warden to make sure that it gets the whole way into the town hall, and that's what I'm actually going to do on this one. And in this case, I also do that sometimes to clear out seeking air mines if my healer is going to be pathing that direction. And sometimes that kind of seems a little backwards because oftentimes you'll hear some of these higher level guys talking about using the path that your healers had already cleared out to drop your blimp in behind. And that's, that's always a really smart way to do it as well. But that in this case would involve dropping it early, and you'd have to burn a rage on the Yetis at that point in time, which I mean, I might need to do regardless. Um, but if I can avoid that, I want to, because oftentimes your queen charge can take all three. Um, and I have a feeling with just the way the Infernos and Scatter Shots are set up that they would get killed, and that there's a small chance that I would fail the Yeti blimp if I try to drop it early. So I was going to try to take out and let my troops work their way around, take off some of that pressure, and then maybe just on the backside, so that way it's just one Scatter Shot and one Inferno instead of like two Infernos and two Scatter Shots. But I'm going to come in from the south here with my queen, and I'm actually going to delay the Coco Loon and my healers because she's not going to be in any duress down here until she takes out that air defense and she steps one direction or the other. And then I'm going to actually drop the healers more towards that one side just to make sure that they're not quite being dragged behind, but are staying like literally right behind her, versus kind of more to the side where an arch of tower is going to start picking them off or something. So I drop a Coco Loon on either side because I'm not sure if eventually she's going to path one back that direction. And I'm going to drop the baby drag just to really make sure to try to push her in. I end up not needing to do this, but it helps with cleanup. It helps with funneling later on in the attack. So she's going to step up. She pulls up 2 Teslas, and she's going to step up, get that Eagle, and then she's going to get that Expo before having to deal with the King. The wall breakers are completely useless. Open wall here, I don't really need them. But I thought maybe I could push her towards the right away from the King, because I didn't really want her to have to deal with the King there. I'd rather her deal with the Royal Champ. It's a little bit easier to deal with, and it's all right. It worked out. So right here, guys, I use 1 freeze to freeze up the Inferno. As you can see, it almost dies here. I missed how much it died. So I'm going to drop that second freeze, and I didn't need to, guys. So I wish I had saved it. So right here, as you can see, I also dropped an early wizard back here. And the reason why I dropped this early wizard is to get that cleanup down. It's also to funnel my miners, because at this point in time, I know my queen's going to continue around this left to top side. So I can drop my king on the top side over here. He's going to pull out the CC, hopefully be able to kill it. So I'm going to drop my poison here in a second, because I see it's witches and ice golems. He's not under too much duress, so he's going to be there long enough for them to die in the poison. And then I'm going to drop my miners and hogs delayed. I delay my hogs because the miners have to work their way through the storage and those army camps before even getting close to those defenses, right in between my king and my queen. So I'm going to continue here, and you're going to see that poison come down here in a second. There's the poison. The witch is in, both ice golems. I'm going to pop her ability and his ability here. And I drop her ability there, guys, because 1 more shot from the scatter shot, and she's dead. So I wanted to try to make sure that she survived and I have her die early. Queen doesn't have to deal with enemy queen because the miners distract. Here comes down that delayed blimp. I'm going to be hitting the warden ability right here. And I was hoping that the Yetis in the blimp would distract the defenses. But as you're going to see here in a second, it actually gets caught in a tornado trap and it delays it. And because it delays it, I still have that last rage. I'm going to actually use that on my hogs, my miners, so that way they can work their way through these last defenses, this last Inferno, Scattershot, and Wizard Tower quickly. And it works. You can see it going to kill that enemy Royal Champ, going to kill that Inferno, going to kill that Wizard Tower very, very quickly through that rage. And I got some early cleanup. I got a wizard and 2 minions on that top side. I probably could have even dropped those minions a little bit sooner, but still down in pretty good time. I still got 2 hogs left, Royal Champ ability, Queen's still up, and the Yetis actually still survived. They took a lot of damage, but they're actually going to get healed back up to full health by the end of the raid. Minions get taken out by that red bomb, but it doesn't matter because that Royal Champ ability is going to go off right now and finish it off. So there it is, guys. With this base, I suggest coming in towards the Eagle. Make sure to use the majority of your Coco Loons through that. Make sure not to drop your healers until you see kind of which way she's going to go, and drop them more towards that side so that way they're not getting dragged into an archer tower that she somehow misses or something like that. But there you go, guys. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.